welcome to Lilybug's Library. My name's Linda, and today we're going to do my TBR for January. Can you believe we're almost there? So, just we'll get right into it, and then after we can have a little chat. So, it's a little different this year because I decided to do my TBR a bit differently. There's no theme. The theme is what I decided I wanted. So, the first one, ooh, Dudley is crazy today. He just started to climb up my leg. Scared me. So, the first one is a continuation of a series that I had started. It is the second in the Bought the Farm mysteries, and it's called Dark Side of the Moo. So, which I love that title, it just cracks me up. And so with this one, it says, who is it that's, and of course, I didn't write down what the name of the character is, the main character. But anyway, in my head, I'm saying Ivy, but I don't think that's it. So anyway, when her former teammates from HR asked to hold a retreat at Runaway Farm and Inn, she throws down the welcome mat. She's looking for, to kind of increase everything, hello Dudley, and to get this business up and running. So when a guest turns up dead, though, in the cow's stall, it's a terrible shock. The cows are initially on the hook for the crime, but it is Ivy. Great. Okay, but Ivy knows her girls too well to buy that. But if the cows aren't to blame, it means the killer is continuing to enjoy Ivy's hospitality and everything bucolic Clover Grove has to offer. So she has invited these people. They're supposed to be former teammates, and now someone turns up dead. So she's not having a good time with this farm. So the first book, I think it was the animal control person that ended up dead. So yeah. So that one sounds really good, and again, just I love the whole idea of it, and the writing's great. Ellen Riggs seems to really have a hit with that one. So the next one is a series I was going to start in 2025. So it's Her Majesty the Queen Investigates, and the book is called The Windsor Knot. And it says the morning after a dinner party at Windsor Castle, 89-year-old Queen Elizabeth is shocked to discover that one of her guests has been found murdered in his room with a rope around his neck. When the police begin to suspect her loyal servants, Her Majesty knows they're looking in the wrong place. For the Queen has been living an extraordinary double life since her coronation. Away from the public eye, she has a brilliant knack for solving crimes. With her household's happiness on the line, her secret must not get out. Can the Queen and her trusted secretary, Rosie, catch the killer without getting caught themselves? So I think that one sounds really enchanting. I'm sorry, I've got cat hair on me. Um, yeah, I think it sounds great, and I love the idea of the Queen being a sleuth. Uh, and it sounds as though, I mean, I shouldn't say for sure, I haven't read it, but it sounds as though they're going to do it in a respectful way to the Queen. So we'll see. So that one sounds great. And then this one was a short story that I kind of meant to read over Christmas, but never really got to it. So I'm going to do it for January. And it is a Shady Hollow holiday short story called Evergreen Chase by Juno Black. And it says it's the winter solstice in Shady Hollow, that magical time of year when creatures of all shapes and sizes come together to honor the season and eat as much pie as possible. Reporter Vera Vixen is eager to experience her first holiday in town and is especially looking forward to the unveiling of the solstice tree. But then disaster strikes. This year's tree, the tallest in the forest, has disappeared without a trace. How do you make a big tree disappear? Can Vera, her best friend Lenore, and Deputy Orville Braun find the tree and save the season, or will this year's solstice be especially dark? So that one sounds good, and the fact that it's a short story, it shouldn't take long to get through. And I really enjoyed the first of the Shady Hollow series, so I'm excited to read that. Sorry, my pages are stuck together. Here we go. The next one is another Christmassy one that I had from a series that I had already started, and it is Christmas Claus by Ginty James. Says, can Annie the Norwegian forest cat save the town's Christmas play? It's almost Christmas in Goldleaf Valley, but Father Mike is in despair. The person playing Mrs. Claus in the play has pulled out at the last minute. With only 3 days until opening night, he doesn't know what to do until cupcake baker Lauren and her cousin Zoe suggest Annie play Mrs. Claus. The cast love the idea, and opening night is a huge success until a backstage crew member is murdered. So that one sounds excellent. And then I have decided to start. Oh, I should have had his channel name. Hang on, let me get the channel name and then I will tell you. Okay, that took longer than it should have. So I did find the channel. It's Benjamin McAvoy, and he does a hardcore book club that's basically reading the classics. So I decided this year I wanted to read more classics. So I figured a good way to do that would be to follow him and kind of join in on that. So the first thing that they're reading for January is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And so it says it's a landmark novel that tells the story of the Buendia family and chronicles the irreconcilable conflict between the desire for solitude and the need for love in rich imaginative prose that has come to define an entire generation known as magical realism. So I'm looking forward to that, something different. And like I said, I'm more interested in reading classics this year and kind of seeing what they have to offer. So the next one just sounded really good. It was called Winter Tales from Cozy Vales. It says, grab your blanket and favorite hot beverage because this anthology of cozy fantasy stories has hours of holiday reading waiting for you. Winter Tales is set in Cozy Vales, an original fantasy shared world and home to the Heart of the Vale, the most delicious hot chocolate drink ever invented. This debut collection features stories set during Winter's Tide, a 2-week holiday of giving and gratitude that culminates with Lantern Night, an evening marked by the lighting of candles and the release of floating lanterns. Explore the Cozy Vales holidays through 9 different short stories. So I think that one will be really good. Sorry, I had Dudley in my arm, but he was getting a little heavy. So the next one's one that's on my shelf. And again, this coming year, I'm going to try to read more things off my shelf and try to stay away from Amazon and not buy quite as many books. So it's this one is a delicate rendered memoir on motherhood, family, and the beauty of the natural world. It says in 2007, Lynn Thompson experiences a huge life shift. Her teenage son, Yates, is just beginning high school. Yates has always struggled against the system, against the pressure to conform. He is a poet, at acutely sensitive, highly intelligent, and solitary by nature. Lynn and Yates have always been close, but after 14 years as a stay-at-home mom, Lynn is going back to work for her husband, Ben, who has just opened his own bookstore. When Lynn and Yates take a trip to Vancouver Island, they discover a mutual love of bird watching. Lynn is the only other person Yates has found who loves nature and watching birds, plus she has a car. So this is about the different trips that they take and how they kind of grow closer through bird watching. So I think it'll be good. I think I've been interested in birds, and I think it'll give me some of that as well as the whole mother-son vibe. So looking forward to that. So that is it for my January TBR. Keeping it fairly short because I think the classic literature is going to be a little more challenging and a little bit longer. And so I'm, keeping the TBR itself short. Now I may add to it as the month goes on if I do finish everything, but we'll see. So that is it for me. We're having a very foggy day here today. It went from being really cold to now it's foggy and a little warmer. I've been hearing the foghorn all morning, so I always I don't know, there's something magical about a foghorn. I really, it takes me, I guess, to stories, and I don't know, something about it. I just really love it. So not crazy about the fog, but I do love hearing the foghorn. So, otherwise, it's going to be a quiet day. Wonderful husband's not feeling the greatest, so we're just going to lay low and have a good day. So, talk to you soon, friends, and Happy New Year. Bye bye.